Good morning and welcome to Memphis Monday 328. I think it's the 16th week of our 7th year. Anyway, I have an old deck that's about 20 years old, and it was planked with 2x6s that were set at an angle to the deck, about 45-degree angles. And over the course of the years, the screws that the boards were set in have all failed. They've just rusted away, and so the boards are coming up and this and that. Well, anyway, last week we started the process of repairing it, and today we're going to finish that job. But we're not going to finish anything unless we get excited, knock off the chit-chat, and get to work. Now, when they built this deck, they installed these boards at a 45-degree angle to the joists, and that is resulted in several problems. One of the problems is all the deck boards have to be cut at this 45-degree angle. Of course, the world isn't perfect, and so what I've done is I made a whole bunch of templates with different degree cuts on them, so that when I cut my angles, I'd be able to cut them perfectly in line with the boards, because not all the angles are exactly 45 degrees. Now, this joint illustrates a couple of things. First of all, it shows that these, it's narrower down here than it is up here. So these two angles here don't match. One of them is, maybe 44 degrees, and the other one's 46 degrees. So they don't match. The second thing it shows is that the thing was nailed. This joint was nailed on a single joist. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, except with these angle boards, that means you're going to have to screw them or nail them real close to the edge, and that causes these splits. And the most critical split is if it splits down here in the corner, and that corner splays up. I corrected that, and I showed it last week, is I added a cleat. You can see the nails off to the side here. I nailed a cleat on either side of the joist to provide nailers, so I didn't have to nail real close to the edge. Here you can see how that little pointy end, this is on this old board I didn't replace, it kind of sticks up right there because it was only nailed right on the edge, and it split. Here's some examples of screws that failed. You can see that this screw here completely, this is the way most of them are. A lot of them I had to just bend over. It just rusted away. And these are ring shank nails, about the same age, and they're still fine. I think these screws, there's something wrong with these screws. They didn't use deck screws, or if they did use deck screws, these are faulty, because they shouldn't rust like this. So what I'm shooting for is nice tight joints here. These boards are going to shrink a little bit. They won't shrink lengthwise very much, mostly in the width. But I want these joints to be nice and tight, and one of the ways we did it, we already talked about, I made the template to get this angle just perfect. And then the second way, I'll show it to you now. So in order to get those nice tight joints, these boards right here, this is the part we're finishing, the last part of it. These are just laid in here. They're not nailed or screwed or anything. That way I can make sure all the boards are the right width and there's no gaps between them, because they're going to shrink. But then to shrink down those gaps at the end of the boards, like this one right down here, you can see there's a little gap right there. I'll show you how we take care of that. If you're building a deck, you don't have to do this. If you're building a new construction, you can get the joints as perfect because you're going to put one board at a time in. But when you're repairing a deck, you've got old wood and new wood, and this is the best way to do it. Now, get those joints tight. I just tap on them, and I can hear that. When I hear that real solid thump, I know that's tight. Hear the difference? Unlike most decks, this deck is planked with 2x6s, and I have built a deck using 2x6 planking, but 5/4 is the common thing to use. I'm attaching it using these 3 1/4 inch hot dipped galvanized ring shank nails. Now these aren't good for like framing or anything like that, because they're too long. If you have to attach two 1.5 inch boards together, the nail's going to stick out the other side, and you don't want that. So, but in this application, I'm really having trouble keeping these boards down because of that angled cut. So I'm using the longest ring shank nails I can find. Here's that joint we looked at that wasn't closed up before we pounded on them. And you can see that it's closed up now. They're never going to be perfect, but that will get them as close as you can get them. Here's something else you don't have to worry about in new construction, but here I'm going to be doing some blind nailing. So I put this real faint pencil line to keep me oriented on the joist. The question sometimes is, do you put a space between these boards, your decking boards? Well, it depends on the wood you're using. For these common decks using this treated pine, it's usually wet. You want to space it as close together, the boards as close together as you can get them, because they're going to shrink. And now if you're using kiln drying wood, cedar or or oak, or you're making some kind of fancy deck and the wood is dry, then you're going to want to put a space in there. Here's what deck boards look like after they've dried out. Of course, these deck boards have been in here for 20 years. You can see how much they have shrunk up. So you got to count by that, by putting the boards together really, really tight. Actually, on this board right here, in order to get the joint really tight on both sides, I actually took a 2x8 and ripped it down to 5.5 instead of 5.25, and now what I do to pull these boards together from working by myself is I bring bar clamps out here and nail a cleat down, actually screw a cleat into the floorboards, and then I can use the bar clamp to pull the boards over tight. If you have somebody, if you're working with somebody, they can just do it manually and it works just as good. Now what we got to do is, these boards on the end are just rough cut. We got to draw a line along there and cut those off. I'll use a jigsaw to do that. And the handrail here is in the way to get my jigsaw in there, but my scheme is that I'm going to try to turn my jigsaw upside down and saw this thing from underneath here. Let's see if that scheme works. I got to do the last of the nailing. Well, that'll do it for Memphis Monday 238 or 338. Finishing the repair on my deck. It looks a little technicolor right now, but what'll happen is over the next couple of weeks it will weather in a little bit, and then once it dries out a little bit, I'll put some Thompson's water seal on it. I replaced about half the boards. I used ring shank nails. I added nailers to the joists that I put the new boards on, and I replaced all the screws in the deck, even on the old boards, with new ring shank nails. That does it for another Memphis Monday. Memphis Monday 328. I know in the we were showing the deck there at the end, I said 338. But you guys are used to my misspeaks. I don't know, does that have a psychological name? Freudian slip or something? I don't know. But we changed about a third of the boards. Decks are normally planked with a 5/4. This deck was planked with 2x6s, and they used defective deck screws to put it together. They all rusted away. I had to replace them. I replaced them with ring shank nails. Don't make me defend the ring shank nails, because I already know the deck screws are better. They pull the wood down tight. I know all about wood screws and why they're better. But I like ring shank nails. I've never had any problems with them. We added cleats along the joist to add a nailer for those 45-degree cuts. I showed you how to use a jigsaw upside down. We showed you the jigs we used to get the various angles. Some of them, and I think notionally they're supposed to be 45, but some were 44, some were 46, some were 47. So I had different jigs for a whole spectrum of angles. And I also showed you how to use a bar clamp to pull those boards close together. Alright, so like, favorite, share, all the stuff you know on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for an exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.